Hello, everyone. Have you ever felt like you're busy all the time, but somehow you're still falling behind in your real life? Like your days are full, your phone is full, your brain is full, but something inside you whispers, "This isn't actually moving me forward?" If you've ever felt that, then this episode is made specifically for you. Because today we're talking about turning points. Not the dramatic movie moments, but the quiet, honest decisions that change everything. The moment when you finally say, "I'm not living on autopilot anymore." And here's the beautiful truth. Your turning point doesn't have to be loud or perfect. It can be small, it can be messy, and it can start right now. So let me share two stories with you today. Two real turning points that might help you find yours. The first turning point, trading life for scrolling. The first story starts with a full calendar, a full phone, and a full brain. Someone was doing everything, checking every box, staying productive, but still felt like they were falling behind. They were on autopilot. Wake up, work, scroll, snack, just one more video, and suddenly it's midnight. Then the same promise, "Tomorrow I'll fix it." But tomorrow never came. Until one normal night, while brushing their teeth. The phone was on the counter, and they looked at the screen time number. Not minutes. Hours. Multiple hours of their day just gone. And in that moment, something heavy settled in their chest. A sentence appeared in their mind. "You're trading your life for scrolling." That was the line in the sand. A line in the sand means a clear boundary. The moment you draw a limit, and you say, "This stops here." From this point, things change. It's not angry, it's not dramatic. It's calm but firm. It's you deciding, enough is enough. So what happened next? The turning point wasn't, "I'll never scroll again." That would be too intense, too unrealistic. Instead it was simply, "I will turn things around one small rule at a time." The first small step was tiny. Put the phone outside the bedroom. That's it. One move, nothing fancy, nothing perfect. And the next morning, it didn't feel like a hero moment. It felt uncomfortable. Because the old habit was screaming, "Pick me up, check me." But they stayed with the discomfort. They didn't give up. And slowly, day by day, they started to catch up with themselves again. Catch up with yourself means you stop running on someone else's schedule. You start honoring your own rhythm, your own needs, your own life. That's the power of one tiny rule. The second turning point, the voice note to yourself. Here's the second story. And it's a little embarrassing, but if it helps you, it's worth sharing. This turning point started with a voice note. Not from someone else, from yourself to yourself. Before this moment, there was a cycle. Plan, 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 and then do nothing. Just preparing, just getting ready, but never actually starting. That's called stalling. Stalling means delaying, even when you say you're being productive. One night, while scrolling, looking at people who were winning in life, the comparison pain hit hard. That voice started asking, "What's wrong with me? Why can't I be consistent?" Almost falling into the spiral of self-criticism. But then, a pause. Phone down. One sentence, spoken out loud. Calm down. Then opening the voice notes app and recording a message to the future self. Just 15 seconds. The message said, "You don't need a perfect plan. You need a minimum winning day." And then the turning point line. Stop trying to impress your future. Start helping your present. That sentence came from stress. Sometimes stress makes you poetic. Sometimes pressure brings clarity. From that moment, one tiny rule emerged. The minimum winning day has only 3 things. 10 minutes of English. 10 minutes of movement, walking or stretching. One small cleanup, like making the bed. That's it. 3 things. Because if the plan feels heavy, it's not a winning plan. The next day, there was no magic feeling. Just normal. But those 3 things got done. And after 1 week, something changed inside. Self-trust started coming back. Because when you break promises to yourself every day, you lose self-respect, little by little. But when you keep one tiny promise, you rebuild it, step by step. And here's the funny part. The minimum winning day was so small that the brain couldn't argue with it. The brain wanted drama, and got a short walk instead. The brain wanted a big transformation speech, and got 10 minutes of English practice. So the turning point wasn't a huge change. It was a system you could actually stick to. How to tell your turning point story. Now let me give you a simple frame so you can tell your own story. 5 steps. 5 simple lines. Step 1. Before my turning point, I was, and add a feeling word. Before my turning point, I was tired and distracted. Step 2. Then one day, and describe one scene. Then one day, I saw my screen time, and I said what? Step 3. So I decided to, and name the decision. So I decided to put my phone outside my bedroom. Step 4. My first step was, and keep it small. My first step was small, but I did it. Step 5. Now, and share the change. Now I feel calmer in the morning. See? That's a full turning point story. Simple, honest, real. We don't need your whole life story. We just need one honest moment. Because one honest moment can wake you up to your life. The resistance, when life tests you. But we need to talk about something important. The resistance. Because after a turning point, life tests you. It's like life says, "Are you sure? Are you really sure?" On day 3 or day 5, your old habit comes back. You slip up. And people think, slipping up means failure. But no. Slipping up means, you're human. The question is, do you give up, or do you get back on track? Here's what happened in the second story. One day, the minimum winning day, got missed. The old voice started talking. See, you can't do it. You always fail. But that voice is a liar. So the answer came back. I don't need a perfect streak. I need a quick restart. And that's how you turn things around for real. Not by never falling. By getting up faster. Your turning point can happen more than once. Sometimes you turn, and then you turn again. Because life is not a straight line. It's more like a messy road, with turns and speed bumps and potholes. Potholes are problems that slow you down. Stress, sickness, family issues, bad days. They don't mean the road is over. They just mean drive carefully and continue. How to create your turning point on purpose. So how do you create your own turning point on purpose? Because you don't always have to wait for life to push you. Sometimes you choose the moment. Here's a tiny method. 3 steps. Step 1. Notice the pattern. The thing you keep doing again and again. The same habit, the same excuse, the same tomorrow. Step 2. Name the cost. Not always money. Mostly energy, peace, confidence, time. This habit is stealing my mornings. This habit makes me feel guilty every night. Step 3. Pick one tiny rule. No big plan. Just one tiny rule you can keep, even on a bad day. That's your turning point. Example. Late night scrolling. Pattern, I scroll at night. Cost, I wake up tired and annoyed. Tiny rule, phone goes out of my bed. The turning point is not a motivation speech. It's a small rule you actually follow. Because consistency beats intensity. Intensity is cute for one day. Then it disappears. But what if you say, I don't even know my pattern. I just feel stuck. Then ask yourself this. What do I regret at the end of the day? That question is honest. And your regret is usually pointing to the pattern. I regret wasting time. I regret not practicing English. I regret being too harsh on myself. Regret is not there to punish you. It's there to guide you. The menu, 5 areas to choose from. Let me give you a menu. 5 common areas. Choose one, not all 5. Time. My turning point is when I stop saying tomorrow, and I do 10 minutes today. Energy. My turning point is when I protect sleep. No phone for 10 minutes before bed. Money. My turning point is when I stop emotional spending. Pause 24 hours before buying. English. My turning point is when I speak 1 sentence every day. Voice note or real conversation. Relationships. My turning point is when I stop people pleasing. 1 polite no each week. Those are doable. And doable becomes repeatable. When you slip up. The hard part is the moment you slip up. Because people slip once, and then they think I failed. No. Slipping up is normal. The real skill is the quick restart. Here's a sentence you can steal. I slipped today, but I'm not going back. Another one. No shame. Next step. Simple lines can save your week. The 1-minute turning point challenge. Let me give you a tiny challenge right now. 1 minute turning point challenge. Choose one pattern you want to break in 2026. Name the cost. It costs me, and fill in the blank. Pick one tiny rule. So my rule is, and make it small enough that you can do it on a tired day. This is how you stop drifting. Not with pressure. With direction. And if you're listening, and you feel behind, you're not behind. You're just at the starting line. And starting today still counts. You don't need a perfect year. You just need a direction and one small promise you keep. Useful vocabulary from today. Let me collect some useful words we use today. Words you can take into your real life. Drifting. Moving but not choosing the direction. Living without a plan. I was drifting in 2025, so I made one small rule for 2026. Slip up. A small mistake, not a disaster. I slipped up yesterday, but I restarted today. Doable. Possible. You can actually do it. 10 minutes of English is doable for me. Harsh. Too strong, too strict, not kind. I was harsh with myself, so I changed my self-talk. Consistency. Doing something again and again, not once. Consistency is 10 minutes, every day. Intensity. Big energy, all at once. I was intense for 2 days, then I stopped. Potholes. Holes in the road, or problems that slow you down. My year had potholes, but I kept going. Streak. Number of days you do something without stopping. I broke my streak, but I didn't give up. Stalling. Delaying even when you say you're getting ready. I was stalling, so I started with one small step. A line in the sand. A clear limit. This stops here. That night was my line in the sand. A wake-up call. Something that shocks you into the truth. Seeing my screen time was a wake-up call. Give up. Stop trying, quit. I felt tired, but I didn't give up. Stick to. Continue doing something, even when it's uncomfortable. I stuck to my minimum winning day for 1 week. Fall behind. Feel late, like others are moving, and you're not. I felt I was falling behind, so I started small again. Turn things around. Change a bad situation into a better one. One small habit helped me turn things around. Pick just 2 or 3 of these words today. Use them in one sentence this week. Your action task. So here's your action task for today. Not someday. Today. Take 60 seconds, right now. Choose one pattern you want to change. Name the cost of that pattern. Then pick one tiny rule, so small that you can do it, even on your worst day. Write it down. Say it out loud. Record a voice note to yourself. That's your turning point. Right now. Not next Monday. Not when you feel ready. Now. Because your turning point isn't one perfect day. It's you coming back again. Starting today still counts. Even if it's small. Even if it's messy. This is Atlas Learn English. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. Goodbye for now.